Hey, did you win?
Yeah, did great.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so you're done, right? Because you know what's happening.
What?
Well, we've got a hurricane barreling down on us, like right now.
Really?
Yeah, less than 24 hours.
Okay. We need to go get our house ready.
Yeah, we do. Let's go.
Let me do a few more laps.
No, seriously?
Jimmy, what's going on, brother?
Oh, hey dude, I actually need your help.
I'm the guy.
Because, I was at the racetrack this last weekend. I came off the track and my wife was like, are you done here yet?
Because you're getting a divorce because you won't get her a bigger tank.
No, well, that might be one reason she would be upset, or that I spent so dang much money on tires. But no, that wasn't it. She's like, hey, get off the track because we got to race home. There's a hurricane headed right for our house.
Oh,
and it got me thinking, what am I going to do if we lose power and I lose power to my fish tank?
Well, you got a whole house generator.
I do not.
Okay, you got a portable generator.
I do not have a generator at all. I do have battery backups for my computers and my internet, but not anything really for my house.
Okay, so we got some solutions here. One, the battery backups aren't bad. Two, it's fall, so if your house gets, it's not going to get too cold because you're in Florida, but we're probably not going to get too warm. That is a killer. You have the battery backups, which doesn't need to run your return pump. It needs to run your power heads, and it needs to run an air bubbler. Do you have some kind of air bubbler and an air stone? You have to say yes because you have a freshwater tank.
I do have one in my freshwater tank, actually. It's controlling my treasure chest.
Well, okay, the treasure chest has to go away. The bubbler can get plugged into your battery backup for your computers, and you have the Kraken, which will run your power heads, your Reef Octopus power heads, to circulate the water in your tank so you can get some circulation. Because here's the big killer besides too hot or too cold. Lack of oxygen in your fish tank is what's likely going to take out your tank, assuming we have temperature handled. So the Kraken will power the power heads, move water in the tank. What we want to do is point your power heads up a little bit because we want to disrupt the surface of your tank to promote gas exchange.
Okay. So just run off the battery off the Kraken.
Right, but here's the beauty of this thing. For some reason you're not there or you're busy dealing with something else in your house and you lose power. You don't have to do anything on the Kraken. You can configure low power mode on the thing. When it senses that power is out, then it will turn on or off those power heads. You can actually have it cycle the power heads. They don't have to run 24/7. You can do one, do the other. They could be off for 10 minutes and then on to conserve the battery that you have plugged into the Kraken.
I didn't actually have one.
But you can go out and get one. You still got time. You got a couple days.
Well, you know what? Guess what? Look at this.
Look at that. Look at that. There you go. Okay.
I picked up a battery
Okay.
for the Kraken.
Okay. So
And I even got hardware to screw it in.
Okay. So, I told you to do that months ago, but whatever, that's besides the fact. We're here now.
Well,
you have the
now.
battery. You have the battery backup. Since it is a lead acid battery, then the Kraken will actually trickle charge it while you have power. When the power goes out, the Kraken's going to pull power from the battery to run those power heads. So you've got oxygen going into the tank, you've got circulation. That should maintain things, assuming it doesn't get too hot or too cold in the house and therefore the tank. You can be good for days, potentially weeks.
Man, you just never know with these storms. So, yeah, thanks for helping me with all that. I think I can take it from here.
Okay, well, go check on that stuff. Call me if you need me. I'll catch you during the storm. Keep me posted, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hope it goes well for you and everyone in the path of this one.
All right, thanks, dude. So after talking with Mark, it was really clear that what I need to worry about most during this hurricane, as far as my aquarium goes anyway, is if I lose power to have my Octopulse 2 wave pumps, keep those running to promote some gas exchange at the surface. So my fish needed some oxygen in there. So I'll point those up towards the top like I have them pointed now. And what's really cool is I've added a little motorcycle battery to my Kraken, and I've added a low power mode. So if the power goes out, the Kraken kicks into low power mode. It keeps my collective running from a Hydros, and my wave engine will keep my Octopulse pumps running at about 40%. Now what's cool on the Hydros app is my wave engines, you can see, or my pumps, you can see them here, and you can see how much power they're drawing. This one's operating at 70% right now. It's going down lower, and the other one's coming up. So I have them kind of doing this kind of thing in there. So let's go ahead and click on my Octopulse 2 on the right side, and you can see the power here is drawing 4.3 watts. Now what's cool is low power mode, I have them drop down to about 40%. And based on the power that they're drawing at 40%, we figured that my battery will last anywhere between 60 and 80 hours operating just the flow pumps at the surface. I won't have any heaters. I won't have, my skimmer, any of those things running, but I'll keep some oxygen going in the aquarium. Now the other thing I have is I have a little bubbler that I can plug into a 110 outlet. But if I don't have power, what am I gonna do here? Well, I have some battery backups right here in my office for my computers. I can plug in right there, run this thing, drop some little bubbling stones down in the water, get some bubbles. I'm not gonna plug that thing in. I'm not gonna do it until I need it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, I also have battery backup on the outside of my house for my internet, so this can all stay on a collective online as long as my internet provider is still in service. I'll have power to internet in the house as well, so that I can communicate through email or whatever I need to do, and also share my collective where I could have my reef buddy or Mark or whoever go ahead and help me out with these things. But low power mode's all set up and tested. I just unplug the power, let everything shut off, and then I've got it set up for 1 minute later. It kicks in with the pumps pumping at about 40%. Very, very cool. I hope I don't need this feature, but it's a great feature. Sometimes you just lose power and you don't even know. For instance, I know there's a hurricane coming, so I made sure I had this in place. But there's also road construction out near my home, and we've lost power a couple times for that. And that road construction is going to last about 2 years of them widening the road. So a big storm isn't the only reason you'd want this type of a backup on your aquarium. But now I have it in place. I'm super excited about it. And let me know what you think in the comments below. And we'll do another episode on this really in depth. But this, I'm doing some hurricane prep right now. So I'm gonna go finish up with that, and we'll catch you on the next one.